welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. It is Thursday, and I'm on the campus of Blackman High School. I've got with me the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, head coach Matt Kriesky. How you doing, Coach?
Good.
Well, talked to your brother on Tuesday.
Sorry about that.
Well, it has to be done. Anyway, he ended up playing right before the break, and you ended up playing right before the break, and he came over and saw your game, and your game was against Pure, so I'm sure you kept it as vanilla as possible as you took on Pure right before the fall break.
We tried to a little bit. Excuse me. They were a very athletic team. They just don't have enough guys to be able to finish. I mean, if you look at every single one of their games, Pure Academy, it's pretty tight until the end.
Yeah.
Most teams pull away at the end. But yeah, we were able to capitalize and pull away in the third quarter, get some things done. And so then able to turn our attention to Riverdale, work on them during fall break, and been working on them all week.
Well, and that's kind of like Coach Rankin always talked about that when he was at Alcoa, playing a Maryville, and that would be a 3A, playing a 6A. And he always said, I can hang with them for right at 3 quarters. When we get to that fourth quarter, it's not because they're better football players, it's because my football players hadn't had a rest.
Yeah.
And they've rotated 6-7 guys in and out, giving players ample amount of rest so that they can generate that burst of speed when they need to. And you have to be a man. First you have to be a man to play the entire game and not come out just on one side of the ball, but much less those guys that you've seen in the past that play both ways.
Yeah, they had guys playing both ways, special teams, and so they ran out of gas. I tell the coach they do a great job. And just if they get a few more guys, they can be a lot more competitive. Second half, Caden Perkins came out with some big runs, did a great job for us. Carter Gregory again, he's improving each week. It's fun to see him improve and leading this offense.
Well, so these guys, you look at them and they got a little runway to them. Some more learning and situations to get themselves into to help them grow.
Yes, it's been fun to watch them grow from week 1 until now. Coming off of 2 wins in a row, so give them a little confidence and excitement going into this week versus Riverdale.
What do you think? Where do you think you've grown up the most, Coach? Is it just organization? Is it about adapting to your style of coaching? Where do you feel like the offense does it still got a ways to go, or the defense, or just where are you right now as you try to just lay the map out on the table?
Well,
getting everything set up the way you want it, and then seeing it, grow and fruitfully evolve.
Yeah. I think always as coaches, we always think you got room to grow on both sides of the ball. But I think the biggest things are our seniors have really started to take charge. Their leadership, and they're feeling more comfortable in the system and everything we're doing. Like you said, they've adapted to us and they know us now, and so I think everybody's feeling comfortable. And it's you've just seen that the whole team grow on both sides of the ball, and we still have a ways to go. So I told them we've taken some steps forward. Now we don't need to take any steps back.
Well, and we're going to see about your stepping here real quick. You got 3 big ones.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 big ones, and we're going to be with you the entire route, of course. And 2 of them are away, and 1 of them's at home.
Yep.
So, I've talked to all the other ones about it, and I'm trying to look ahead, but you always got to start planning, because you want to get in the playoffs, so you got to maybe get some kids' time in so they're ready to play in the playoffs, plus win the football game. And that's some of the things you probably did against Pure. Probably said, let's run a couple of plays. Maybe we haven't ran, but we're not exposing ourselves, and we can still run that. Maybe not against the Riverdale, but against someone else down, in those other 2 games. You still got to do what Blackman's got to do to continue to grow.
Yeah, and we did that. Like I said, we got 3 games ahead of us. That's a challenge. First it starts with Riverdale, so we got a big task in front of us for tomorrow night. And then after that, Riverdale and then Coffee. Our goal all year has been to get that 11th game. That's what we're working towards, and so it starts tomorrow night.
Well, you are going to get a copy probably of that Coffee Oakland game, and I was sitting in yesterday with Kevin Kriesky on film 101 and learning about what they're doing, Coffee County, or thing. Tell you what, Coach, they're big. They are some big boys coming after you, and they bull rush and they send the house just about every time. Your quarterback doesn't have very much time to throw it, you know, and so they're going to try to stop the run and bull rush you and everything. So that's going to be a heck of a game, even though they've lost a little bit of their gun. They're still they're going to try to keep the game low and keep the ball away from you when that game comes along, and then you know what Gut's going to do.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to try to kill you with Mayhew and his other talented receivers, and he's got a couple of running backs that, you know, got some kids that know how to violently run, and then you know about Brother. I mean, he's got tons of weaponry. I mean, he's got weapons. He's got weapons, Coach. So and Philip was talking last night on the show about this is what you want. You wouldn't want it any other way for these kids to go out, these seniors. I mean, if you want to get tested, go over there and beat up Riverdale. Go down there and beat up Rockville, and then come home and we'll beat up on Coffee County. And I can't play, you can't play, and I can't play, so it's more or less it's on them, isn't it?
It is, and you know they're ready for the challenge. You know, this is where you want to play high school football. You know, in Rutherford County, and you know it's going to be a challenge. You know it's going to be tough to get in the playoffs. You know that's something that when you do, you know, that's an achievement around here. And so we're ready for that challenge, and it starts, like we said, tomorrow night.
Well, 2 on the road, so you don't have to worry about the Blackman Blaze traveling well, and they're all right here, and so and you don't really have to call them up or tweet them or send them a text or tell them, you know, hey, I need you to come out and be there. You'll have support, so you know that. So that's the good thing. So now it'll be about the boys doing what they do, because the rest of that stuff's going to fall in place, Coach, over the next 3 Friday nights. So, you know, anything you'd like to say, faculty, staff, administration here at Blackman High School?
No, just if you're free tonight, come out and watch our freshmen in the first round of freshman playoffs. They're playing Smyrna here.
Oh, playing Smyrna.
Playing Smyrna here at 6 o'clock, so come out here and watch a good freshman group as they're, you know, getting ready for the playoffs. They playing Smyrna, and then the championship game's next Thursday. Either against whoever wins this game will play either Oakland or Rockville. So that tells you about our freshmen around here. We got, you know, a lot of talent in this community, but you know, we appreciate the fans, the community, and you know, the administration's here.
Well, I will tell you this. I called. That's where I cut part of my teeth. Was done freshman. I did Smyrna football, and I'd say that's about 1999, 2000, somewhere along in there, that Coach Mid called me, and that's about 23, 24 years ago. I was doing freshman, and it was always on a Thursday night. So we did all the freshman games were always on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
So I used to do freshman and cut my teeth down at, and the first season I did it, Stephen Childs was a freshman. And in that class also was Marcellus and Charles Arona and some of those guys like that I can remember back from years ago, which was a class of 2004, so I guess it was 2000. So anyway, well, all right, everybody, gather up and head over to the reservation of the known as Tomahawk Stadium. The game's tomorrow night, the Backyard Brawl at 7 o'clock.